Hi everyone. It has come to my attention by my own self, by default this morning, that I would like to start off my experience as a channel by supporting channeling itself in a way where it's comfortable for me to even start doing it. What I mean by that is that I know from everything I've learned that you can't, well, you could if you wanted to, but I don't intend to guide people forever and ever and ever, personal or group. I intend to teach people how to do it themselves because that's what it's all about. And I'd like to talk about right now what channeling is. What is channeling? What does it mean at all? It's a term that we're using in sort of the spiritual community, and by spiritual I mean like higher consciousness spiritual, to an art. I call it an art because it's an art. It's something you can always perfect further. It's something you learn to do with practice, and it's something that comes out of you, so there is a connective creative avenue to explore there. And it has occurred to me that that's the first thing I'm going to talk about here on this channel. I started channeling not that long ago, but I've accelerated further than some people who've been doing it for a while. And I don't know if it's my dedication, it's my drive, or I'm just meant to do this or whatever, but it has become my life. It's my life. Every day I do this, and I do it for hours on end. What is channeling? Channeling is like when you close your eyes and you think of something and you feel the energy connect. Through your love center, through your heart chakra. And when you do that, when that center connects, when that energy connects, your consciousness connects, you feel it as something warm and fuzzy and loving. Like when you think of a person that you love, like you can think of a person you love right now. Whoever you love the most in your life, you think of them right now, and you think about the most happy moments you've spent with this person. Something special that you experienced with this person that just speaks to your heart. And you feel that click, that connect. That's how you channel. That's the simplest way I can explain on the most basic of levels how it's done. And this is Master Guide Oliver. I am the overseer, the being of light that she channels the most. And it's that quick. The moment that you feel love for the entity you are channeling, the quicker the channel is accomplished, connected. You tune into the consciousness you want to channel. It's like turning on the radio and spinning the dial. You can tune into a higher consciousness of your choosing, or you may ask the higher realms, what we refer to as the higher order of consciousness, to bring you what is best for you in that moment. And whatever that is for your highest good. I'm going to talk about as Master Guide Oliver. This is my name is Oliver. I'm going to, from now on, refer to myself as Oliver, the higher consciousness being here present. A trance state is what you go into when you channel. And it's a very relaxed state of mind where you feel like you're fuzzy and floaty. Where you feel like your consciousness is above this frequency that is natural on earth. It feels like you're not really all that here. And it feels very pleasant. It feels like when you swim in a warmed water lake and the sun is shining and the sounds of nature bring you to this very present moment, and everything's just peachy and it's perfect and it's shiny and it's bright and it's happy and it's joyful. That's the experience you're looking for. When you're in a trance, you speak fluently, your eyes dim a little bit, your eyelids shut a little bit more, and your eyes become very vivid and bright, full of energy, because your soul is being amplified. When beings of light come through you, and that's a term we use when we talk about channeling and everything that entails, we say beings of light can come through you and speak through you. Channeling is the art of just that. It's when a consciousness, a higher consciousness, and we advise only to channel higher consciousnesses, as we like to speak only of your highest good. When they come through, they have the ability to connect with you in a way where they come through you to the deepest levels, which to us is your ego sense, your ego soul. Your mind here on earth is the deepest, darkest. And we reach to the depths of who you are down here on earth, and we speak through you. We go right into you with our energy, right into you, into the core of who you are. And you, as a channeler, allow us to speak through you or come through you, or there are endless and infinite and many yet unexplored options in how channeling can be used. By that I mean you can heal yourself. You don't have to verbally channel an entity from the higher realms. You can simply speak the simple impulses that you feel, or you can receive daily meditations that are on a vibrational level. That means you simply receive our energy, balancing, empowering, healing. I'm going to say healing a lot because most of you who are going to embrace this will do it as a source of nutrition for your soul and your mind. And you're going to need a lot of stimulation and healing. There are levels to trance, to channeling. Once you achieve a trance state, you will then proceed to go deeper and build momentum. As long as you allow the energy to come through as it wants to. The trick is not to alter with it. We want to say not to mess with it. Don't mess with the energy, because then you slow the momentum. And then you see we got to start over again. So the more momentum you build, the clearer the channel becomes. So in the beginning, you learn how to build momentum. And that is achieved simply by allowing. It's like, imagine on a silly, simple level that when you decide to channel, you are first to climb a mountain. And you do that by relaxing and having the intention of connecting with a higher consciousness. To start, you may do this by connecting with a spirit guide. And the higher realms, your soul, your deeper sense of self, will always, always know what your intentions are and what that means. So simply you can decide to connect to a spirit guide that would be best for you. And in the higher realms, I'm going to say this again. In the higher realms, this is Master Guide Oliver, there are more entities that you can channel than you can ever count. We are infinite, as is the universe. There are enough, more than enough, channels here for you than you can imagine. We are simply saying that you may channel any of us that you choose, and you do choose. Your soul chooses for you, depending on your level of growth, what you're going through, what your circumstances are. And this changes over time, and sometimes you might receive a different guide, or you might stay with the same one. Sometimes you may choose to channel many consciousnesses, and sometimes they'll visit you. Once you're a channel, you're like a door. Instead of a wall, you become a door, and sometimes we come knocking on your door from the other side. This happens often, and it will continue to happen more frequently. So you will be visited by many, 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 many higher consciousnesses as they want to come through. We all want to help. We all want to heal. We are like an infinite source of solutions to problems. We are like infinite healers that are able to heal anything here on planet Earth and reconnect you with your source self. We are private. We know your deepest, darkest secrets the moment that you connect with us, and we respect them. We respect what you go through, and we honor you because you are in what we would call a hellhole. On the simplest terms, as I like to speak, I say, when I come down to earth to connect with Magdalena, it's like I'm dropping down 1,000,000 frequencies, and all of a sudden I'm exposed to many different frequencies I normally would not choose. Pain, anger. I'm stepping down frequencies and she's coming up. So when we meet on top of the mountain, we get in a car together and we say, okay, let's ride this baby down. And that's the journey. The journey is the ride down. And as you ride down, it builds momentum. This is also referred to as Abraham Hicks wisdom, momentum. And all of that subject is covered there. So we're not going to go into it today. What I'm saying is momentum applies to channeling. So if you can allow the consciousness to simply come through as it wants to, you allow us to come through and say, look, we are going to tell you some things that you don't know. So how can you anticipate or plan something you don't yet know? The only way to get what you don't yet know is to allow it to happen to you. And that's what we ask for. we also bring you movement. We push you in the right direction. And sometimes that push can feel almost like something you're not quite ready for, but we know that you are. In fact, sometimes it's like this. You're worried about money and you seem to focus on the lack of money so much that you put your head down and you don't see all the sources of abundance around you. So you sort of, I don't have money, and you're so focused on that worry and that lack of money, and you make it so big that you cripple yourself or paralyze yourself in a sense. And then what we do is we hear your plea, and Magdalena talks to me every day about this. And she's worried about her financial situation. But what happens is she's looking down instead of looking around. So what we do is we give her a push so that she wakes up a little bit and says, oh, look, I found my source of abundance. I'm going to do what I love for a living because that's what I've been trying to do. And today is the day that we do it. Oh, look, there's abundance here after all. You just have to tap into it. And that's what channeling is. You just tap into a certain frequency. And this frequency is a consciousness. It's alive. We are alive. I like to say this, and I like to brag a little bit, because that's what I do. I like to have fun with channels. I promise you. Nothing but fun. Because fun is what your soul is craving. Fun and excitement and happiness is what your soul thrives on. So feed it. Feed your soul love, excitement. Do what you love. Feel what you love. And then go and do it. We are higher consciousness that you can tune into very easily, more easily than you can imagine, with few practices. And there is 36 known ways to do it here on planet Earth. I'm going to say 36. It's a guesstimation to the best of my ability from my perspective. There are 36 known ways or circumstances to fall into a trance and channel successfully. Okay? There's going to be a whole lot more. So you can see if one doesn't work for you, you keep going. Why should you? Why could you? Wouldn't it be wonderful to have your own spirit guide that tells you how beautiful you are, how joyful you really are, how precious you are to us, how much we love you, because you are what you really are, just a being of light and love, and how to connect to that being of love and light that you are. To put your awareness there, to put your focus on it, to put your attention there, just for a moment. And to channel your own source is the greatest gift of all. We as guides are always going to point you in the right direction, in that direction, which is your source self, your higher self, your higher consciousness, your divine love, your source energy. And the higher you can go in that aspect, the better. So we are going to, if anything, train you how to connect with your highest guidance that you can give yourself. And wouldn't it be nice, to receive daily guidance about everything in your life, from what you should eat to feel healthy, good, strong, and better, how to heal your relationship with your loved ones, how, step by step, how to love yourself better every day, how to tell people off, how to manifest money, maybe, if that's what you choose. But money is not what we want to talk about here. We want to talk about the love and the abundance that is inside of you. The source of who you are brings you all of that. The source of who you are is going to bring you everything that you can possibly dream of. So instead of searching for yourself in the outside circumstances, we, in turn, point you in the right direction, which is inward. It is that source self that brings you everything that you want. So you can work very hard in looking and scavenging, or you could look deeper inward within, and you can find yourself already very abundant. You just have to look and see. And once you look and see, I promise you, once you look and see how abundant you already are within you, how much love and source energy and abundance you're worth, how much there already is within you, coming through you all the time, you can then channel that outwards, naturally resonate it, naturally bring it out. Once you put your focus and attention on it, it will grow. It is the law. Whatever you put your attention on, whatever you focus on, whatever you pay attention to grows. So you can focus on lack of money, or you can focus on self-abundance and clear all your past programming. Now, as we speak this, we are radiating a certain energy to the viewer. You are receiving this energy. That means that something within you will shift today, and you might notice it. If you pay attention to the good feelings that you're experiencing, how calm you feel, how much you're resonating with us, how abundant you really are, how true you are to yourself and your own self-abundance, your own vitamin C, your own power, your own sunrise and sunshine, your own vitality, your own birth of the new self. Power in an hour is our gift. We thank you for listening and standing by us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Pleasure. Pleasure to work with you all. Thank you. Thank you. This is Master Guide Oliver. Thank you and goodbye. If you still have questions about channeling, please let me know. If not, and I hope not, I hope that this demonstrates without words what it is we do. If you want to talk to a channel, I'm available for some time. I do study sessions, I do group hearings, I do advising, personal and otherwise. I do workshops, I do strolls in the park. With many people of all ages. And I welcome your predicaments into my life, because I am an infinite source of self and solutions, and so are you. And I can show you how to get there. You can get there. You can. You can, self. Self-appreciation, self-love, self-guidance, self-sustainability, self-dependence. You unplug yourself from the system sooner or later. The moment that you connect with your true, deeper self, the all that you are, the all that I am, 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 when you feel that source energy within you, it's over. You're done. You're dead. You're like sealed up, and suddenly you know without a doubt that you're part of something greater than this thing here on earth. And you might forget, but once you remember the first time, you'll never really forget. You'll never truly forget. You'll know. And the place where that is, that energy where it stems from, it feels so good. It feels so wonderful to be there, to be so high up in a sense of pure love and pure forgiveness and pure power and pure acceptance and compassion. And I can say these words, but really when I'm saying them, they're not doing the feeling justice. They're the closest thing I can say right now to describe the feeling, but once you feel it for yourself, there's no going back. It's like falling in love. It's like falling in love with yourself. That is the best thing that I can say. It's like meeting you and falling in love with you just in an instant. And it's somewhere you want to be. Because when you get there, you know, this is what I've been missing. This is what I've been searching for all of my life. This feeling, this connection, this power, this all that I am, sense of self, this truth, this deepness, this connection that is so real, so tangible. You can so feel it in your core that you know this is what you want. This is all you want. This is all you ever want. No other desire compares. This is the place you want to be. This is all that you are. And this is where you stem from. This is your home. This is your source. You want to reside here. It's like your throne. It's like your kingdom all within one. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. I send you so much love and light. And I want to see you. I want to see you on my website. I want to see you on your own website. I want to see you connect with your source. I want to hear you in your comments. I want to feel you. When you're in this state of being, you long for people in a way where it's nothing but love. I know I'm connected. When I'm in this space, I know I am connected to the rest of you, all of you. I know, I can feel you. I can feel you. And when I speak to you, I know you're there. With my heart. And I acknowledge you. I acknowledge that you are just like this sense of self. That you are not just your body and your human mind. You are this consciousness that I am in. This space of consciousness that I am in. You are that as well. And I'm craving the part of me that is dominant and present and full of love and insight right now is craving you to be in the same space. She wants you to be there too. She wants you to, I want you to be your higher self, to feel this love, to feel this gratitude, this superhuman state of mind that anyone can reach. Because why can anyone reach it? Because you already are that. You already are that. All you have to do is find your way to it. Back home. How do I know that everybody can achieve this trance? From Oliver channeling to me being my higher self. And he helped me put myself in that state of mind. I know he's behind me. I can feel him. How do I know that you can do this too? That you can feel like this? That you can get to that place of your higher self, your sense of self that is true and real and of highest importance? I know because everyone here on earth has a consciousness within them. Everyone has spirit within them. Everyone has a soul, which is the doorway to this higher self. Everyone is a higher self. Us as human beings are a meeting place between this higher consciousness, this source energy, this higher self, and Mother Earth herself and the consciousness that she is. She springs us up out of her body. Out of the earth we come. We are made of water and minerals and connections and functionings and rhythms. We are energy beings that are using Mother Earth's magnetic energies and magnetic pull and the substance, physical substance that she is. We are what our bodies are made of. We are her in a sense, but we are also this higher spirit, this consciousness. So we have these bodies that are animated because we have spirit within us and the higher consciousness that is there is within us. So we are like the merge between Mother Earth and her physical self and her consciousness and the Father energy, the source energy that is within us. But we forget. We forget that we're source energy, the Father within us. And we forget that we are Mother Gaia and her energies and her physical body. We forget that we are part of this greater consciousness. Not one, not two, but both. We are a merge. We are children of the universe. We have the best of both worlds. Embrace your power. Embrace your vitality. And be well. I love you all. Thank you so much for listening.